Oh, hello, and welcome to another today's Decay, where we celebrate births and beginnings of everything important since the dawn of time. It is December 12th, and here are all the dates. They're really right. I almost did this from the MoMA today, because it's not too far from where I work, and so I was going to sneak off and do this there, but I was busy with work. Such is life. Edvard Munch, born today, 1863. Fantastic painter. I was just at the MoMA a couple days ago, and I realized I hadn't seen their whole reimagining of their archives, which they were closed for I think 2 years, something like that, to reassess what was being displayed and try to focus more so on women and people of color. And I guess maybe the timing of that around when COVID happened and everything, I just hadn't gone back to the MoMA in a long time. So it was great to see what they did. Edvard Munch is still there. But there's all sorts of really other great, exciting stuff that I've seen, bits and pieces from other exhibits, and some I think were new to me. Either way, great time. Whether I see the same things over and over again or not at the MoMA, I can just keep going back over and over and over again. Today in 1889, Otola Nesmith was born. Otola Nesmith was the old woman on Nightmare, horror host following Vampira, who I don't think really anybody documented this stuff except for Jim Fetters with his book Creatures of the Night that we loved so well. It is just full of well, all these horror hosts you see here, most of which their content doesn't exist today. But he was able to find scripts in some cases. He was able to find really rare photos and reviews. Here, Otola Nesmith. This is her. Unlike the Vampira archetype that Mila Nurmi created for herself, Otola Nesmith was just this crazy old woman who lived in an attic, who would present herself as the Scream Queen leading lady for whatever film she was presenting. This would have already been during the Chiller Theater horror packages, so that means that television stations were able to actually show classic monster movies. Yeah, so she would present herself as, in this case, here she's presenting Frankenstein. This is an ad for it. So she would have said that, she is May Clark, but this withered, ancient, insane version of May Clark, who was probably, 19 at the time of filming Frankenstein, 1931. So fast forward 25 years when she's on television in 57 or so. There's no way May Clark is this withered old lady. She's a healthy 44, right? Right. And each episode, the old lady, the old woman hosted, she would say she was the lady from that film, whether it was Zita Johann or Helen Chandler or whomever. And May Clark was so pissed off that she was being presented as this, writhing old hag. She took her to court over it, and for whatever reason, the courts deemed it acceptable, that this was considered a joke, and therefore it passes. Pretty wild, because back then, whatever you say is truth, right? Where else would you find out that wasn't really May Clark? You wouldn't. You would just spend the rest of your days thinking, that's who I saw host Frankenstein. Anyway, this book, super cool, and the old woman is just one chapter in many pages of awesome stuff. Machen Amick, born today in 1970. She's, of course, one of those hypnotic women in Twin Peaks. Yeah. And that is it for the whole day, December 12th. Barely made it, but I did. How do you like these creaking floors? It's creepy, right? I think so. Anyway, that's it from me to you. Till tomorrow. Goodbye.